What's going on, guys? I know this is a little bit of a different video. We're going to be trying something like this. A lot of the bigger YouTubers started vlogging. They were able to do more videos more often and grow their channels a lot bigger and a lot faster, and I'm going to try to dabble with it a little bit. Today's video, getting my head checked. That is not clickbait. I got hit by a car when I was 16. We'll talk more about that in another video. I've got to go get an MRI or a CAT scan. I'm not sure which one. He just said a brain scan. So I'm going into the doctor's in about a half hour, 45 minutes to get a brain scan done. I got a little bit of time to waste before I go there, so I'm gonna do a little bit of scouting on the backside of the land that I hunt, and maybe at the entrance, if I have a little bit of time, we'll go over there and check some things out, see what's going on over there. I might as well get out of the car. So what I'm actually doing out here, guys, is there's a giant field right here that's usually soybeans, and then the field I went by on the way in here is usually half corn, half soybeans. This year it is all corn. Not sure as to why. On the other side of this creek is the land that I hunt. So I'm trying to find out where exactly these deer are coming from, because they're big stand of hardwoods. They're not living in there. We've got a lot of food surrounding us. This is a big creek oxbow, so we have opportunity to find deer. Opening day of bow season 2 years ago, we had set up on a nice path of doe. My buddy got ready to draw back to take the doe, but in the excitement, he drew back a little too early and she spooked. So what we're doing is I am looking for a sign in the creek bank over here where they're crossing to try to see into my woods where I gotta be focusing some of my attention when I go in on the other side. I'm walking down the creek bank right here and looking for openings where I can try to see any disturbance in the creek bank on the other side. Unfortunately, we got a lot of rain recently, so the water's pretty high. Yeah, not sure. We got a vehicle coming. I better get in my car. Okay. All right, so we're back at it. It's a skinny road. There's a lot of dump trucks running through there. I don't want to get in the way of those guys. The land I'm on now is private, but it's a popular fishing spot in the area. Everybody knows about it. Everybody uses it. This is my hometown, guys. It's a town of like 2,000 people. Everybody knows everybody. Done some fishing over here quite a bit, and I'm just checking out the creek bank. I'm not seeing much. All the rain we recently got has that creek real high, so I don't think I'm going to see any action in there. The deer that are moving around in here, they're gonna take this path right here. A lot of browse in between, a lot of browse on the ground, a lot of browse on the side. There's just a ton of deer in this area because of all the ag. The hardest part about all of this for me, one, I'm a newbie hunter, trying to learn as much as I possibly can. I'm trying to get my first deer with that bad boy back there, or one like it. But this is, I only have so much land to hunt. The land that is near me and easily accessible for me is super pressured. That's not even gonna be a thing, especially once gun season rolls out. Trying to gather, mosquitoes are so dang bad up here right now, so they're all in the car. As soon as I pull the car in, they just flood into the car. I'm gonna learn a whole lot about the deer traffic in my area this year. I think this entire field is corn, and that hasn't happened since I started hunting. It's always been a flip-flop of corn and soybeans, which has given the deer something to eat in the early season. But with this corn, they're not eating it till it gets cut, from what I understand. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Will deer eat the corn before it's cut? Or do they just take to the field and gobble up everything the combine leaves behind? Let me know in the comments, guys. Newbie hunter, help me out. But I'm interested to learn more about how this field being all corn affects these deer. The farm on the other side of me is not a monocrop situation. They've got a whole mess of different stuff. So we'll see how this affects the deer traffic. I'm very interested to see. All right, guys, we are at the doctor's office, ready to get my brain scanned. Got a few minutes to kill before I go inside, so I'm just listening to the news. So I got to cover up all the valuables in the car. We are a little closer to Syracuse than I would like to be, and there's a whole mess of crime out here. All right, we are done. Out of there. Oh, God, it feels good to be out of that tube. Guys, I don't know if you've ever had an MRI, but they kind of suck. Stopped right up the road from my doctor's office. Saw a local news story, said there were some archery targets put up at a local park. All right, got all my gear. We're gonna take a walk up to the targets and see what these things look like. I haven't pulled my bow back all winter. That is not great. Got to work on form a lot. That's why you should shoot all winter. I just nailed the wood support on the bottom. Not great. Oh, no. All right, so I'm aiming for right above this G. A couple flyers, tightening it up a little bit. We got that guy right there. That is not good. It's probably not coming out of there. Damn. That's one arrow down for the count. Split that a little bit. The only way I'll salvage that is if I could take an inch off of it. But I ended up burying my insert in there. Looks like I'm not the only one. A few more over here. That's awesome. Well, that one's nice. Shiny. There we go. Tightening it up a little bit. Unfortunately, out of the 4 arrows I've got, one of them was a wild flyer and always has been. The other 3 were really good. Unfortunately, I think one of the 3 that were really good is the one I just buried into the wood. Aiming all for that G, I was able to get myself into like somewhat of a 2-3 inch group, but got that wild flyer. That's a bummer. One of my good arrows is down for the count. I gotta get more. All right, we're gonna do a couple more at 20 and then try to reach out to 30, see where my 30 pin is at. Shots are so all over the place, and then when my arrow hit the target, the ass end of my arrow was kicked out like crazy. I don't know what's making it do that. That was my first arrow. Wild. Second arrow right where I wanted it. Third arrow, I was aiming for this one, and it got a little squirrely. All right, I am so rusty, it's not even funny. Another shot group, and we're a little bit tighter. I was aiming for the G on all of those, but trying to work on my form each time I shoot. That's what I get for not shooting all winter and summer. All right, so aiming at the B, none of these shots would have been terrible, but they wouldn't have been great either. Working on my form, tightening it up. I had this grouping followed by this grouping, and I think I know why. Looks like my bow shooting endeavors are cut short. There's a drone over there. They figured me out, trying to find those behind the scenes YouTube secrets. We got this bow as a hand-me-down from a buddy. Now I know it's marketed as a youth bow. Those of you in the comments that are yelling, but Josh, that's a youth bow. Just calm down and chill, okay? The Prism has another model, the Edge or something like that right above it, and there's zero difference between those two bows except for the cam module and the adjustability. This one has a plastic cam module and far more adjustability, and the other one doesn't. With that said, the plastic cam module, now that I'm on that topic, it broke about a year or so ago. I took it to my archery shop, had them fix it. They did, awesome job. But being that it's plastic and it's a cheaper bow, the shooting over and over, all the vibration, I think those screws tend to loosen. If I continue to shoot it, it will malfunction again and break, and I won't have it for this hunting season. So I'm going to stop shooting right now. I'm gonna try to head over to Walmart, get some Loctite, try to put that thing back in there without over tightening it, put something with a little blue Loctite, a little bit of that blue juice in there to help it out so it doesn't fall out again. Unfortunately, today's shooting is over. If you like these kind of videos, vlogging, less produced, more behind the scenes type videos, guys, hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Only 5% of my subscribers are the ones that are actually watching my videos. 95% of my viewers are unsubscribed. If you are one of those people watching this currently, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell so YouTube notifies you when I do a new video, or otherwise they will not tell you. If you guys want to see more videos that are more like fishing, hunting, all that stuff, click the playlist of videos I got set up for you guys right over here, or click one of these two videos and I'll see you guys over there. Bam!